Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine. I have been a full-time content creator / entrepreneur for the past 5 years. And on this YouTube channel, I'm teaching you guys everything that I learned along the way. So today I want to talk to you guys about how I make thousands of dollars on TikTok Live. Now I have done videos like these before, but let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. I tell y'all all the time, if you're trying to make money and relatively quickly, like I don't believe there's anything like there's no such thing as quick cash, but the quickest way to making money online, in my personal opinion, and all of my years of experience, is TikTok Live. And the reason why I say this is because TikTok Live shows your live to people who have never seen you before. Okay, when you get on live on Instagram, the people who are watching your Instagram live are typically people who are already following you, so they're already tapped in. But with TikTok, totally different audience. In fact, people who follow you, they may never even come across your live, okay? The algorithm is just totally different. And so because TikTok is showing your live to people who have never seen you before, it's a great way to get new eyes on your business. But we have to be strategic here. You can't just go on TikTok Live and vibe. Like, I see people trying to make money on TikTok. They got a digital product, but they're not even talking about it. They're not even bringing awareness to people's problems. They're just sitting on live like, doing nothing. They're just hanging out, like, you know, saying hello to people who join, but they're not like in conversation. They're not teaching, educating, nothing. But yet for some reason they think somebody's going to purchase their ebook. It's not how that works. So let's go ahead and get into this so you can start making money on live too. First and foremost, what I need you guys to understand is you have to be consistent. So we're going to make that number one. And I know y'all hear me talk about consistency all the time, but it's true. So when you first start going live on TikTok, you might not have any viewers. Like, I'm just being real. I'm not going to tell you nothing but the truth. You might not have no viewers. You might have like 2 people come through, then they dip. TikTok hasn't figured out who to show your live to. That's number one. So the people that it's showing it to, they might not even be interested in nothing you're talking about, which is why they're not sticking around, okay? But the name of the game is consistency. The more you go live with structure, the better it'll get. I promise you, when I first started going live on TikTok, I didn't have anybody watching. But I just kept through my script. I acted like I had a full house, and eventually I did. And eventually I started making thousands of dollars. So you have to be consistent, number one. Do not worry about how many people are watching. I want you to act like you got 1,000 people in there, because I promise you, if you keep showing up, you will. I'm no different than you. I tell you this every single video. All right, so you got to be consistent. That's number one. Number two, you have to have structure. You guys, we're not going on live just to chill. Like, what are we doing? You need structure. If you've tuned into my lives, I'm also live on YouTube at the same time, so you probably already know what I'm talking about. I go on live with a structure. When I first get on there, I'm targeting people's pain points. I'm saying things that I know my target audience is struggling with, living paycheck to paycheck, trying to start an online business, not getting the results that they want, having low confidence. And because I know that, I start with that, okay? Then I go into giving people some free advice on how to change that. So I talk about how to use ChatGPT. I talk about how to use Canva and how you can use those 2 apps to create your own ebook free of charge. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm positioning myself as the go-to, as the guru, so that I can build trust with people. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust, okay? Well, like I said, if TikTok is showing your live to people who have never seen you before, they have no reason to trust you. Like, why should they spend their hard-earned money with you? You haven't given them a reason. But if you educate them, if you give them some information that they could use, now they have a reason to trust you. Now they have a reason to keep listening because you're adding value. You're helping them. I then go into a couple of ways that they can sell their product. A lot of people don't necessarily struggle with the product itself, but the sales portion. So again, I'm positioning myself as the go-to, as the person who knows, and I'm giving them some advice on how to sell. Now we're like an hour deep. I have built trust with my audience. And then I go into my pitch, okay? So I don't really talk about my product until the end. I mention it, I sprinkle it here or there to add curiosity, but I don't go into it until the end. I host my lives like a webinar. That's structure. And I do it like this every day, which also goes back into consistency. I run with the same script every single day. Why? Well, I just told you, most people who watch your live, they've never seen you before. So they didn't hear what you said yesterday. They don't have a clue, okay? So it's new people constantly being shown your live. And if my script worked, then that lets me know it's a valuable script. And people who are coming in every day, they've never heard the script. It's brand new to them, okay? So that's why I always stay consistent with the script, okay? The next thing I do to make money on TikTok Live is I create a sense of urgency. You got to give people a reason to act now, because people procrastinate. You probably procrastinate. You still procrastinate when not to join Glow Up Academy. You still keep talking about something later. You have to create a sense of urgency, you guys. You need to give people a reason to join now. The time is now. So what I say, because if you don't, they'll just say, well, I'll do it when I get off work. And they forget, they ain't think about you no more. It's over, right? They're cold leads. The time is now. So I'll say things like, I'm only going to accept 10 people in. The people who join, they're going to be able to join and get the free masterclass on how to create your ebook from scratch, right? I'm creating a sense of urgency. I'm giving them a reason to act now. I also create a sense of scarcity. So you want to do that too. Saying stuff like I just said, I'm only going to let 10 people in. Once the 10 people enter, I'm taking the link off, right? So now it's like, oh, shoot, I have to take advantage of this right now because I really do want to join. And if I don't, she's going to take the link off. I have had people who have said on live, they are pulling over because they want to make sure they get in. Pulling over like they're on the highway. But they were listening and watching, and they pulled over so they could enroll in Glow Up Academy. I created a sense of urgency and a sense of scarcity. That's how you get people to move. That's how you get people to act. Otherwise, they're just going to say, I'll just do it later. And later never comes. You know, because you live in later all the time. True or false? Hello. So you got to create a sense of urgency and a sense of scarcity. And when you do those things, you will make a lot of money on TikTok. I tell y'all all the time, stop sleeping on TikTok. People on TikTok, they ready to spend their money. People on TikTok are literally handing away money, and you sitting there sleeping. You sitting there in your head like, oh, I don't know. I'm nervous. Girl, what are you doing? You either want to make some money or you don't. Like, what are we talking about right now? Make it make sense. Listen, join Glow Up Academy because I teach you exactly how to get this done. I teach you how to stop being insecure about live. I teach you how to stop being live shy. I teach you how to say what you need to say so that you can finally make money on live. But you're still listening to later. I'll do it later. And later never comes. Meanwhile, I'm making thousands on TikTok Live while you're sitting there watching. Make it make sense. My students in Glow Up Academy, they're doing the exact same thing because they don't wait till later. They act now. If you want to make money, if you want to build your business, the time is now. Not tomorrow, not later, not January 1. It's now. It's $39. You're going to go spend that at Chick-fil-A for lunch. Come on, let's go. The link is down below in my description. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.